everybody, welcome back to another Random Sam Epic Mom, and today we're going to be visiting the author, Nalini Singh. Now, this one, I love this series. This is, this set is the Psy Changeling Trinity novels, the Psy Changeling world. It's this wonderful set. It's so amazing. You've got changelings who can change to all sorts of different animals. They've got packs where you've got the packs of the leopards, packs of wolves, you've got all these sleuths of bear. You got all these changelings out there. I mean, granted, they can only change into like one animal shape, but they've got that. Then you have the Psy, who have all these psychic abilities and everything, healers, telekinetics, all that. Very intense. Who have pretty much for over 100 years shut out all their emotions. And the timeline of when this book, Silver Silence, is set, let's see, what is the year? 2082. So, far in the future, again, different world, timeline, stuff like that. So they've just started allowing their people to feel emotions again. They don't have to, be perfect. So it's kind of a scary time frame. There are people who don't like the change, other people who just hate it. And then there's a third group of just basic humans. They can't change their shapes, they don't have any psychic abilities, they're very vulnerable, but they're kind of people who they're the glue that puts everybody together. So just very neat world. And in this one, Silver Merchant, she's part of this very powerful kind of behind the scenes power-based family. And she set up this, Trinity Accord, and she's pretty much the head honcho of trying to get all the different groups to communicate and help each other out. So she's kind of the head of this MNet, emergency network, to help everybody out in case of emergencies, like buildings collapse or terrorist attacks, and they gotta go in and help. So she's kind of the head of that, the face of it too. Well, in the beginning of the book, she is poisoned. And the only reason she doesn't die is because the bear alpha wants to be with her, wants to make her his mate, and so he's constantly, trying to get her to open the door, talk to her, all that, trying to have that relationship, and it's lovely. I love, he's this very boyish, bear shifters in this universe. They're the fun guys at the party that everybody just wants to hang out with, but they're also pranksters, and they're always causing everybody to get into trouble, and it's just loud, boisterous, whatever. And Silver, she's an empath and everything, but she's one of those weird empaths, or not empaths, sorry, telepaths, but she hears the voices in a different area of her brain than most telepaths. So it affected by emotion. Emotion makes it worse, and it can actually kill her. So through all this, they have to come up with new shields, and before this happens, she, lets herself start feeling emotions, and she falls in love with Valentine, her bear shifter. And he pretty much, when she's poisoned, he takes her to his family's compound, or the Pack's compound, and he, tries to take care of her, immerse her in, the whole clan, and she starts to have the emotion, and she falls in love with him. But in order to save her life, she has to have this, all those nerve endings in that part of her brain clicked off. So all of a sudden, she went from feeling things, having the emotion, to completely emotionless. She has no emotions anymore. She doesn't feel the emotions. And through it all, how he will continue to get her to still love him. That's going to come to the forefront. That he's going to continue to push and push for that relationship, and to show that even with the greatest odds, that love is still going to come through. So this is a really great story. I would recommend any one of her stories. I love her setup in this one. Yeah, or in this world frame, because a lot of times I'll read something and it's, paranormal. Well, there's witches and wizards, or, the folklore stuff, like the Fae, or there's shape changers, werewolves and all that, and that's the focus of it. And in this one, I love the distinction between three different groups. It's not just, okay, well, there's racial divides. No, this is actual physical divides. There's changelings, there's Psi, there's humans, there's different characteristics, and it's just amazing to me to have them come about and how the world has changed so much that they have to come together to grow, to survive, to keep from imploding on the world. And I love this because it gives you such two different things. And in this one, I love that a Psi falls in love with a changeling, and that happens a lot. But I love how in a lot of these books you'll have a human who's like, no, I love that Psi, or I love that changeling. And it's so amazing the type of development of not just the different species, we're all human, it comes down to who has powers or not, but how they integrate with each other, how they grow together, how their history move forward. And it's just so neat to see. I love reading it. I love Valentine. He is so funny. One of the things that he always does is he sends her these little things, because for changelings, if you give somebody food, if you're trying to feed them, that's like the first step to the mating dance and becoming that permanent mate. And bears are known for kidnapping their mates and the mates being happy with it. But the big thing is that with this one, like, he sends her little things like food, notes, all that, and he always signs it in Russian, which the translation comes to, I am teddy bear. This big Kodiak brown bear, huge. And he's always sending her little notes saying he's a teddy bear. And I love that. He is just so sweet, and he's going to fight for that love. He's going to fight to keep her in his life, and I just love that. I love the idea that there are men out there who are willing to, it looks hopeless, it looks like, he's never going to have the woman he fell in love with again, but still fight to keep having them in their lives, still fight to have that back. And to me, I love doing that, because that's how my husband is that we've had a lot of, struggles, and like, he's in a wheelchair now, and so our roles have kind of reversed, with I'm the one that does all the driving and he doesn't. But he's always pushed from the time we were teenagers. He's always pushed to keep having me in his life, to keep growing with him as a person. So when I can read books like this, especially when it has, the long range, known each other for years storylines, which a lot of these do, I love seeing it where you have a partner who's constantly pushing to keep staying with you, even when the times are tough, still wants to keep that relationship, still is willing to work with it. And I love the stories here. I love that there's always some craziness going on, but that these people, whether they're male or female, are always willing to push and push to keep trying to make the relationship work. And I think that, if nothing else in today's society, is something we need to always encourage, that no matter what the relationship is, if you are willing to put the effort in and you are willing to grow with that person, it is always a fulfilling relationship. So, like I said, please give Silver Silence a read, and give pretty much any of her book. For Nalini Singh, they're all wonderful, guys. A book is never something wrong. So give it a chance. Try this author. Try a different author. Try something out of the normal range that you do. And if you guys think of anything that you think I should give a try, let me know in the comments. Hopefully I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed that. Please check out our other videos already on YouTube. And give us a like and subscribe. And if you hit that bell for notifications, you'll know when we put something new out. So try to make every day matter by finding the fun. You guys have a great one. Bye.